You're supposed to assemble new cubes, of course. As for now, figure it out yourself. You're not capable of that much. You're beyond hope and useless in every sense of the word.
Oh, God. Okay, we're gonna stop doing that voice. Oh, ow. How's it going, everyone? This is Hall Gaming, and welcome back to some more Fear and Hunger Termina. Now, you may be wondering why we're playing this again. The reason behind that is very simple. I want to see what happens if we go for, like, full genocide. Like, there wasn't anything like this in Fear and Hunger 1. You got no benefit from killing the other adventurers. You basically just got their loot. Fear and Hunger 2 is interesting in the fact that if I kill the other contestants, I get their soul and I unlock their skill set in the Hexen. So I want to try this out. I didn't really gun for it too much in my main run through. We mostly recruited people wherever we could because we had the full party at the end there. We had Osa, we had Marcoh, Levi, and Abella as the crew that connected logic and basically birthed a new god. So now I want to see what happens if I run roughshod over Pre-Evil. Let's go ahead and do this. New game, please. And now here is the question. Who do we play as? Because the only person we didn't have in our party through the game out of these 8, we never figured out how to recruit Karen. But I don't think I want to play as her. I think I want to play as one of the more like combat focused. So either Levi or Marcoh. And if I had to pick, I'm probably going to play as Marcoh, honestly, because I don't want to deal with the whole like heroin baggage with Levi. So yeah, let's go with Marcoh. Yeah, we'll keep him as his actual name. And of course, we're going to go Fear and Hunger mode. I don't feel like being a masochist right now. That's saved for Wednesdays. Skip the character. No, fuck no. We're doing the character history. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce what has led you to this point in life. For the majority of your life, you've only known the streets of the Vatican City. This is actually the first time in your life you're traveling this far from those narrow and crowded alleyways. Things don't look that fancy elsewhere. Traveling is overrated, you think to yourself. In your earliest memories, you remember spending time with your parents, but then suddenly you just didn't have parents anymore. You can't remember what happened, but from one point onward, it was just you and your sister against the world. You're still only 10 years old, but you had to make a living somehow. Become a pickpocket, become a burglar, try to lead an honest life. Ooh, so Marcoh is our stand-in for Kahara then, isn't he? Because this is the choice that Kahara had. You could become a pickpocket to learn steal, a burglar to learn lockpick, or lead an honest life to just get silver. I think we're gonna do burglary so that we get lockpick. Yeah, learn lockpicking. The Vatican City was full of street kids similar to you, and in no time you learned the tricks of the trade. You tried your hand in breaking into apartments and stealing all the valuables you could carry. It worked for some time, but too often you got caught in the act, which resulted in you getting beaten up. The streets schooled you hard, but as you grew older, you noticed that you started to tower over those who bullied you before. If someone still tried to do you dirty, you were quickly able to give them a taste of your justice. Because of your size and skills in fighting, you started to attract attention of local street gangs that tried to recruit you as their muscle. This never sounded right to you. You had been extorted of your measly salaries too many times. You didn't want to do the same to anyone. But turning on small-time criminals only got you to further trouble. Almost every other night you'd end up in street fights. At one point you realized that you were doing more fighting than actual work, not to mention that's where you got most of your money too. You started to consider fighting as your job. Maybe it would be worth investing into it more. You started to work out more regularly and follow a strict regimen. Train strength, bulk up in mass, improve footwork, train stamina. I feel like we got a lot out of agility, and I feel like that's what happens if we do improve your footwork. You thought that swift feet would prove useful in a boxing ring. It wouldn't matter how hard one could punch if that punch never connects. You spice up your boxing drills by tying sandbags to your arms and feet. Every time you started to get used to the weights, you'd double the bags. You didn't really feel the change until you finally dropped the weights and noticed how light and lightning fast your movements were without the additional baggage. Your agility leveled up at least twice during all that. Yeah, that's what I thought. So agility is probably the best way to go there. You're doing alright in fights, so much that you started to build a little reputation on the streets. In no time, you moved on to underground boxing rings where there was more money on the table and less danger of the opponent pulling a knife in the middle of a match. While you were busy in the ring, your sister had grown into a beautiful young woman who attracted all kinds of admirers. It would have meant trouble if it wasn't for your mean reputation. Most low-life thugs in the streets knew that they'd have to answer to you if they tried anything dodgy. That didn't mean that there weren't those who tried. She started to get close with the known mobster, Ricardo Accardo. He was the heir to the Accardo branch of the family. The family was an organized... Okay, so mafia. In all intents and purposes, the family was a mafia, but they also had deep ties to the church, which in turn was running the country, so it was a bit more complicated. Despite being a mobster, Ricardo seemed decent enough. He had a flirtatious and flattering way of speaking, and in general got along with everyone. He took notice in your skills and tried to casually recruit you to their ranks. You politely declined the offer. Since you didn't take the offer, Ricardo had another one on the platter. He proposed that he'd hook you up with a real boxing trainer to get you to the next level. You again declined, but your sister insisted that you'd at least try it out. You agreed. Things started to feel more professional the second you stepped inside the gym. The trainer, an elderly gentleman who had an impressive record of previous apprentices, was impressed by your raw skills. He thought that the best way to push you further would be to choose where to specialize. Ooh. Specialize in offense. You learned Adrenaline Rush. His methods proved effective. Soon you had your first real bout in the ring and won the match with relative ease. Your sister and Ricardo were there to congratulate you. You continued with your winning streak. The hype around you was growing. Slowly, even you started to believe the hype. Ricardo was able to organize big matches one after another. You started spending more time inside the family quarters with Ricardo and your sister. Without noticing, you had been pulled into the criminal world. What started as helping out a friend became a more frequent occurrence. Soon Ricardo showed his true colors as well. He had been building you up for a fated boxing match. Apparently your next opponent was a former family member who had cut all ties to the organization. Your job was to kill him in a boxing match. He politely declined, but at this point there was no turning back. Ricardo reminded that he got your sister back at his flat and she'd feel it in her skin if you didn't comply. You didn't know what to do. Soon you found yourself in the ring with the ex-family member and the bell rang. He was a tough opponent, but you managed to get the best of him. You were able to counter one of his attacks with a knockout hit. Things moved in slow motion as you saw Ricardo in your corner, nodding with a sly smile. You followed up your hit with another, and another, and another. You didn't even stop when the man hit the ground. The referee had to pull you away with all he got before you stopped. The damage had already been done. You had killed a person. You were devastated by all this, but kept it inside. This was only the beginning. Ricardo had plenty of dirty work for you to do, and at this point he had plenty of leverage too. Your sister being the last resort every time you hesitated. Things had to change. Fuck this Ricardo guy. Get rid of him. You learned killing intent. Ricardo was wary of you. He seemed to sense your killing intent from miles away, and that's why he avoided seeing you alone to the best of his abilities. He was too cocky to consider you a serious threat, though, as if he had you under his thumb. That proved out to be a grave mistake for him. You were to meet Ricardo and a dozen of his henchmen at a local club to discuss another one of your many tasks. You had been waiting for an opportunity to see him alone, but that opportunity never presented itself. Fair enough, you thought. Then when you got to a punching distance, Ricardo had a split-second realization of what was happening before you knocked him off his feet. The little rat tried to slither away, but you grabbed him by his throat and kept slamming him on the floor until he stopped moving. In your rage, you lifted him up and threw him over the railing. He fell on from the second floor to the center of the club's dance floor. You saw him fall head first onto the ground. You had succeeded in what you set out to do. Getting out of the club was secondary. You had to fight through a mob of Ricardo's goons. Somehow you made it out from the back door with only minor injuries and ran away as fast as you could. You ran away from the crime scene. The problem was that now both the family and the law enforcement of the city were after you. Just then you received a phone call from your sister. She had been sent to Ricardo's summer villa in the country of Valin some days prior. You explained the situation to her, and the two of you decided to meet up in the country of Rondon. There was no possibility of you living in Vatican City anymore. You had to act fast before the police would catch up on you. What did you take with you before leaving the city? Stock up on medical goods. 2 blue vials and a cloth fragment. You took the first train that left the country. The destination was an obscure little town called Prahival in the country of Bohemia. You had no idea where that place was, but you figured you could plan your trip better once you got there. Save your character history? Yes, please. How many save files do we have? Oh, we got plenty. We got plenty. Holy shit. I didn't realize how many. God damn. Okay, there we go. There is a limit. I was wondering. Skip the intro. No, solely because I want to kick the ass of this man who cut my arms off every other time I played this. Yes, hello, strange little girl. Don't worry, we won't be visiting you this time. You feel like someone was watching you while you slept. Well, let's go find out. First off, I don't remember if there's anything over here. Nothing. There is, though, suitcases we can grab through here. 6 shillings ain't bad. I'm hoping for, like, there's a chance one of these has, like, protectors in it. Vial of oil. Also not bad. An ornament lantern. Okay. That's not the greatest, not the worst. Ornament lanterns, from what I understand, I barely used them through my run because I had Osa for fire damage, but they're basically like a single-use cast of pyromancy trick. Yes, hello there, janitor. You.
I've been looking for you everywhere. Just what did you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we're in?
I don't understand. I really don't understand you. I'm the one voicing you and I barely understand you. The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies.
No one expects you to. You're a stupid fucking human after all. Now, get your ass back to the workbench. This is your last chance. Next time, it's punishing time.
What am I supposed to do?
What? You're supposed to assemble new cubes, of course. As for now, figure it out yourself. You're not capable of that much. You're beyond hope and useless in every sense of the word.
Oh, God. Okay, we're gonna stop doing that voice. Oh. Ow. There's nothing to see here. Eyes on the cubes. Work. I'll rip those eyes out of your pretty face. Oh, God, that actually hurt. I'm gonna need to go get a drink. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, soda, my beloved. All right, let's go ahead and get through this. Oh, we need to click back in. Speed run the cubes. There we go. All right. The girl in pink is trying to get your attention. Yeah, before that, where do you think you're going? I'm coming to kick your ass, buddy. Janitor sits down, blocking the way. Ow. Ooh, okay, we might not actually be able to get him. Yeah, no, probably not. Even if we don't, it's fine. Oh, shit, we actually did get him. Search him. Find a Kasara. Well, damn. Alright. In that case, fuck you. No, no reaction. The janitor seems dead by all measures. I don't think I've ever actually beaten him before. Alright, Marcoh, I see you. Actually, let's check our skills real quick. So we have Killing Intent. Your Killing Intent emanates strong. This will scare away the weaker opponents so you don't need to bother with them. Lockpicking, an ability to open any simple lock with your trusty lockpick. Adrenaline Rush. The longer the combat goes on, the stronger you get as your blood boils even hotter. So, I feel like we have made a very good character for what we're intending to do. Let us continue on. Right, this part. All the new gods. Yeah, because there's the 4 from the first game. You got the tormented one. You have... I don't even fucking know what your name was. I just remember you being a cocky son of a bitch. I assume the one in the middle is the big head. God, there's a lot of you fuckers. I forgot how many new gods there were. And we're right back with this asshole. I was about to say, is the game actually functioning? Ah, there you are. A mysterious person greets you in a monotonous voice. Got you pulled out from that nasty place. You are going deep into that rabbit hole. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. What's going on? That is what I am here for. To explain the situation you are currently facing. To explain the great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has fallen within your grasp. Since our words could not possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say that he is the delinquent one. Rare, the trickster moon god. And me, you can call me Perkele. So, fun fact for you guys, like I said, I started work as an engineer recently. One of my coworkers that I've been training with for like the past 2 weeks is actually Finnish, and he let me know that Perkele is basically a Finnish swear word, and a very strong one. He didn't let me know exactly what it meant, because I don't think you could say it in a workplace setting, but just know that this guy's name is basically the bastard. I am just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer. He is the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. I don't understand any of this. It is only natural. All of this must have come so sudden to you. This must all be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That is all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until then, let us meet again under the moonlight. You wake up suddenly. Was it all just a dream? The bloody Kastara on your hand sends a shiver down your spine. Just what is going on? Oh, so we actually get to keep that blade? Interesting. And train. It seems to have stopped. Okay, we've already looted everything in here, so we don't need to worry about that. But there is the map here. Combat manual, pre-evil map. Hey, Tanaka. Ben wants to see you alive. He's completely lost in his own thoughts. I'm late already, so late. Don't worry, buddy. We'll make sure you get to your final destination. So that must be the best course of action for now. You interrupt the discussion. Oh, the big Chad got up. Who are you? What's going on? You must be just as clueless as the rest of us. The train left us all here on the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone gone. No explanations. That's troublesome. No kidding. We decided to stay and wait here for a while. Someone has to come for the train sooner or later. So if you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and trying to relax. Maybe we could introduce ourselves? I'll introduce myself. Hey, I'm Marcoh. My name is Marina. My name is Olivia. Lovely to meet you all. You can call me August. Karen Sauer, a journalist on duty. Hey, I'm Henrik. And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa. It was Osa, right? Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. Before you came out, we were talking about this. You saw a peculiar nightmare as well, didn't you? I guess. What of it? Everyone saw the same dream before waking up in the train. The moon, the big girl in a pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. Not this talk again. We should have asked that army pig, that Bremen pig. He was in way too much of a hurry to leave. I bet he knew something. This smells like sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something Bremen army would be part of. They had similar hallucinogens experimented on war prisoners. Now that the war is over, they have to get their guinea pigs elsewhere. I wish you had your capacity and feist, but I really have a hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around. I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. I don't need some... I'm mixing up accents. I thought it was Henrik's accent for a second there. For some reason, I imagined Karen is German. Is that weird? You haven't seen what I've seen during the past few years. Or maybe a Russian. A Russian would be... Da Russian. I've covered wars too, you know. All the men and women for the past decade or two have covered wars. What's your point again? I've seen my fair share of hallucinogens as a doctor and can tell from first-hand experience that there are no known chemicals that create visions that vivid. Especially visions that are identical with this many people. You can feel the tension rising between these two people. I take it we are done here? As much as I'd like it, I don't have time to play happy campers with you people. I have a job to do. Which way to the city? Yeah, this visual. Look up there over the forest top. Can you see the tower standing erect in the mist? That tower marks the center of Prahipo. You can hack through the forest to get there. It's not that far away. Yeah, it really isn't that far, is it? Alright then. If I see anyone, I'll let them know that you guys are waiting here. Have fun finding a scoop from that sleepy town. You know where to find us if anything comes up. What are you going to do? Wait here, I guess. I'm not in a hurry. Day one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new dawn. And we have a lot of work to do. For one, we're going to follow Karen a little bit. Because we can get her, I feel like. Yeah, don't worry, Karen. I'm just following you for a little ways. Let me grab this blue herb. Once she's over here... Oh, shit. No, she fucking books it, doesn't she? I'm assuming she gets as far as, like, the water line? She, like, gets to the lake, I feel like. Or maybe not. Maybe we just completely lose her. Wait, no, I know where she goes. Okay, we won't get her... Oh, no, there she is. Hey, Karen. Oh, I accidentally... I'd rather not make acquaintances right now. I've spent enough time loitering around. Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to make acquaintances. I've killed before, too. Don't think for a second that would end up... Oh, yeah, she does have a pistol, doesn't she? Let's take care of that. No arms for you, ma'am. And now... We just box up the torso. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of damage from tackles, but one down. And we get the Endless Soul. 6 9mm bullets, a Luger pistol, and a pilot jacket. Well, we already have someone dead, so that worked out really well for us. Now, the other one I wanted to grab real quick, because you have to get him really early on, otherwise, like, Needles grabs him. We're going to run the other way and grab Tanaka real quick. Because I've never actually had his soul. I don't know what his soul does for me. I wonder, can we grab... Nah, I can't grab any of those. I bet we need Olivia to grab the lilac. Find a tomato. Paprika. Well, so far nothing too useful. Golden chanterelle. And some wheat flour. And then there should be stuff in here too. Yep. 3 9mm. Some dried meat. And some dried meat. Okay, the dried meat's going to be useful at the very least. And then, yeah, there is a lavender clump right here. Oh, and right here. Hello. And then we should be getting... Yeah, it's one more screen, and then we should be where Tanaka is. Oh, no, he's not here. Ah, shit. Where is Tanaka? Should I have left Karen for later? Okay, you know what? I bet it's a situation of... Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, you have fun over there, buddy. We're not fucking with that. However, we do have the dogs to deal with now. Oh, God. I'm remembering just how painful early game Fear and Hunger 2 is. Prepare to die. Well, if it's out for blood, let's take its blood instead. Right, this has... Oh, it missed. Fuck yeah. Let's just keep taking care of the torso. Yeah, holy shit, Marcoh is a lot better in a fight than I gave him credit for. Fucking hell. Alright, Marcoh. I see you. I see you. That was, this is about as painless as you could get that. Alright. Now, we need to be careful going into this place, because the reason I'm coming over here is I'm wanting to grab a Bella real quick. Let's pop this open. Yeah, we grab a Bella, we add her to the party for now. Oh. It's you. You were on that train too, right? What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? The train engine is busted. I'm looking for spare parts. I saw the army truck and figured there might be something worth checking out. Turns out I was right. How about we hop in and see what's under there? You have to be at least a little curious. Sure, let's check it out. Huh, this place is incredible. I heard the Eastern Union has had a big underground network around Prehevel, but I wasn't expecting this. Where'd you hear something like that? Oh, yes, it was on newspaper a while back. It's close to my line of work, so obviously keep an eye on articles like that. Gosh, we haven't even introduced ourselves yet, have we? I'm Abella. Nice to meet you. You don't get to say a word, but I'll be traveling with you for a while. You're more than welcome. Alright, and then we immediately just climb back out, because I don't want Needles to kill Tanaka. I want to kill Tanaka. Alright, but from what I understand from how this game works, is now that we've recruited Abella, Henrik will have Moon Scorched. He will now be the gentleman in the manor. which is a problem, somewhat. But not a problem we can't solve. We also need to solve the problem of I don't have a bone saw yet. Syringe of heroin. That'll be useful for getting Levi later. Rotten meat. Yeah, there's no... Gee, okay, fucking hell. Yeah, hi, August. Bye, August. I forgot he did that. I forgot he's fucking Mountain Man. Alright. Same as usual, we just go for the arms first. Okay, yeah, Marcoh was definitely the way to go for like a combat-centric run. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. Torso, please, everybody. And down they go. Yeah, I forgot that they had that bear trap attack. It's not that dangerous, but it's still something to keep in mind. Oh, this is the one with the shrieker in it, isn't there? Like, we're gonna round the corner and there's just gonna be someone screaming at us. Yo, no, you don't get a chance. Oh, shit, they're like cowering in fear of me. I didn't even realize that. So is that like the fearful presence thing or like the killing intent? Alright, take care of the torso. And down they go. We're basically just clearing out this place, making it safer for us to navigate. Plus, a lot of loot. Can never hurt. I don't know what all is in this building, though. I know there's a basement. Hello, chest. Let's pop it open with the tails. Hey, found a rusty pipe. Not that I'm going to be using it, because Marcoh is better with his hands. Seriously, this is so dumb. Like, why is Marcoh so good at fighting? Well, I know why he's good at... We've watched his backstory. We know why he's good at fighting. But still, holy shit, I didn't realize it was that good. So I feel like there's something back here for some reason. Yeah, here's one of those perfection circles. Find a turnip, bag of wheat flour. I believe that one is like if I want to use the God of Fear and Hunger sigil. That's what I use it with. Find the pre-heval document. I was hoping for a skin Bible or something. Right, that gets us out here. Follow vodka and a meat pie. Rotten meat, 2 shillings. Yeah, they're fucking terrified of me. Now, I want all of the kills. We're gonna have to come back through and get the heads, but I want all of the kills. Yeah, this way we can come back later on, like get all of the heads, get a bunch of soul stones right outside where we need them. Found a pipe. Found a death mask. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, that's just straight up amazing. It's a hell of a thing to just find in a box. Also, you want to see something funny? This is a trick I picked up when I was playing on my own. First off, let's try talking to the last man, but his words are muffled by the gas mask. What was that? He's trying to answer you, but you cannot make any sense of his words because of the mask. What was that? He's trying to answer you, but you cannot make any sense of the words because of the mask. What was that? Vile is losing his cool because of your lack of understanding. Furiously, he lifts his mask. The mask seems to have melted on his face partially, but underneath it you can see a row of sharp teeth grimacing at you. Okay, we are going to actually do a lucky coin here. Only the vial. Gas is leaking from vial's canister. Pesticide is leaking from the canister constantly. Vial took a good breather of his own pesticide without his mask on. He's coughing blood. Victory! That's a little trick I picked up when I was playing it just on my own time. Yeah, it's the dumbest way you can kill one of the bosses in this game. Oh, it is so nice playing this game again, not being blind. Like, knowing all these little tricks and traps you can use. It is so handy. Ornament lantern. Hello. Oh, you're a bold one. Oh, he immediately set up the bear trap. Ooh, that's actually a problem. What if we go straight for the torso, though? Should be able to kill him in one go, right? As long as Isabella doesn't miss. Oh, fuck. Ow. Oh, if Isabella lost her leg, that's not a thing to worry about. Just means we need to use a bandage. Yeah, he was a bit tougher. Eesh. Healing, cloth fragment. There you go. Walk it off, not that you can walk at the moment. I'm sorry, Bella. We can also grab, I believe Dan is over here in like the old town. We can probably grab him too. Oh, we got a piece of chalk. That's a nice thing to pick up this early. The only thing we're missing to make use of the ritual circles is just knowledge to use them. Hello, lucky coin. That was nice to have earlier. 2 shillings, some moldy bread. I'm waiting for one of the screamers to pop up. Hey, Grogaroth. Okay, so that is actually very good. Because that is how we get, like, Black Orb and hurting. Yeah, Grogaroth, the destroyer of men. He who ushers a new dawn with force and violence. Grogaroth is the other part of the most primal duality, creation and destruction. Where the other doesn't exist without the other. Ugh. The word destruction is often associated with the evil of the world. This, of course, is foolishness. There is no room for new creation if the slate is not first burnt clean and empty. A man fears destruction. Man gets accustomed to peace and quiet. Man grows fat and afraid of change. Change is inevitable, just says Grogaroth. What one needs to understand is that the destruction is of a pure kind. It does not target one man specifically, it just exists. Grogaroth is associated with the god of creation, Sylvian, and their child, the god of nature, Venushka. Grogaroth offers the mankind the blessing of the blood magic. Constant sacrifices in his name will maintain the relationship. The mark of Grogaroth raises the physical strength of its wearer. The dex includes a sigil of the Grogaroth and instructions on how to use it. Alright, so we have a symbol of we have the symbol for Grogaroth. Yeah, I figured. It's starting to read that I'm picking tails a lot. And a broomstick. That's the other thing. I'm wanting to have a Bella close at hand because before I next level up, I'm wanting to actually kill her and take her soul. Because her soul is the one that lets you do stuff with crafting. Okay, you are taking care of your arms immediately. And no arms for you, sir. Yeah, so now you can't set up your bear traps, because this is another one of the bear trap ones. Ooh, we're actually starting to get a little low. We don't have Acamilia to do anything about it either, and we don't have anyone who knows the healing spells. But we're actually doing pretty well at, like, clearing out the place. We just need a bone saw, honestly. That's the one thing we're missing at the moment. I do remember though there being more people around here. Alright, let's pop this one open with the heads. Yeah, find a dragoon helmet. The fuck is a dragoon helmet? 18th century cavalry metal helmet. Doesn't say on very well and feels clumsy, but offers great protection. Okay. Here, Abella. Have fun. Occult grimoires. Oh yeah, there is a bone saw in here, isn't there? And give me that arm. By the way, I never clocked it the first time I went through this area. That is definitely someone who's chained to the wall and had to cut off their own arm to get out. But anyway, let's go back through where we've already been. Saw off heads. Got plenty of ground to cover, but we're actually doing really well. I would love to find at some point the skin Bible for the God of Fear and Hunger. That would have actually been very nice to find this early on, but beggars can't be choosers. Saw off the head. Fuck! That was fucking immediate, wasn't it? What's the chances of that, by the way? Like, genuine question, because I feel like the bone saw we had in our original run lasted way longer than that. Oh, hey, Levi. Hey, you okay? Yeah, and he runs away. It's fine, though. We'll find him later. We'll find them all. There's the bed here, but I'm not going to use it. We're gonna try to clear out the entirety of like this old town section before we rest the first time. I feel like that's a good goal. Right? So that gives us a lot of opportunities for loot. Find a cloth fragment. Nothing left here. Find a meat pie. Ah. Okay. Yeah, just like clearing out this section here. Minus the manor. I think we're going to leave the manor alone for now. Because I do not have the health to deal with the gentleman. Door's locked with a simple lock. Use lockpicking. Let me in this bitch. Find a tomato. Moldy bread. Meat pie. That's going to be the nice... Chair fell over on its own. God, this game scares me sometimes. A lone Almer crucifix hangs on the wall. That's a shotgun. Written in blood, arm yourself. The festival of Termina, the festival of blood is upon us. Take the take the rifle. It's loaded with a single 303 ammo. I mean, fuck yeah, I will take a gun. Also, we need to eat. Okay, so moldy bread does give you a decent amount of food. Alright. That was very nice, though. Lone villager stumbles on your path. Once again, we're just gonna do our usual. Take out the arms. And now we should be good to just go for torso. Find a sickle. And Small booklet rolled up. You find Soldier's Diary 1. I don't remember that one. Find a bottle of beer, and can't loot that place. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else of note around here. I don't remember. This area of the game is very foggy because I didn't spend much time in it. Yes, hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we just take care of the arms. No gun for you, sir. And now, take care of torso. Easy as. And then same with this guy. Take out the arms. It's like surgery at this point. This is why I didn't immediately kill Abella, because I knew I could recruit Abella this early on. Like, she's very easy to recruit. Find a 303 ammo and some glass shards. Find a sickle. We still don't have another bone saw. Curious if we can... Yeah, no, we can't disarm them. This must be the television room. The room is focused on the television set. Too bad it's useless because of lack of electricity. Yeah, I remember now. You can't use that one. Find mushroom stew. Who's keeping mushroom stew in their luggage? These people are weird. Okay, yeah, here's where Cameron would normally be. And now, if we head this way, we should be able to find Dan and take him out, too. Blue herb, goulash, white vial, goulash, bottle of beer. Okay, we want to just go straight for torso, otherwise you'll get bites in, and those bites are infectious. Yeah, it's best to just go for torso on these things. Find an ornamental lantern. Let's just kill all of the Moonscorch in this area. We wipe out the whole village, and then we can come back with a bone saw and take heads. It's amazing how quickly this game encourages you to be a psychopath. Severed arm and leg. Tobacco. Ooh, hello, tobacco. Some meat pie. Turnip. Ornamental lantern. Let's go tails this time. Hey, find a thorn ring. If I remember correctly, the thorn ring is... Yeah, it makes you immune to poison, but there's not enough enemies in the game that do poison for that to really be a major concern. Like, the only ones I can think of is, like, we may equip it when we go into the... Wait, will we need to go into the forest area? I don't know if I'm planning on doing, like, the whole connection thing again. Right, we also need to take care of stuff for you, don't we? Which we can't do without a bone saw, so... Kind of pointless to go there right now. Meat pie. Hello. Let's go for torsos. As long as Bella doesn't miss. Yep, there we go. Another severed arm and leg. Some duct tape. Some 303 ammo. Back wheat flour. I feel like the barrels have like a higher chance of being food. We may prioritize those for right now. Let's see if we can't get these... Yeah, attack them. Yeah, taking care of these guys, just like wiping out the whole village. Once we have a bone saw, we can come back through, collect a lot of soul stones. That's the whole idea here. Then they have some loot on them. Wonder if Dan's gonna react to us slaughtering everyone. Oh, we missed. Ah, Bella should take care of it. Right, there's this entrance. I forget what's down here, though. At the moment, we don't want to go deep into the tunnel. Because if we go deep into the tunnel, that's what fucks us up. And it's what causes Needles to kill Tanaka, from what I understand. Yeah, Dan isn't actually here yet, that's right. He doesn't show up till later. Moldy bread. We've just about circled back to where we found Karen. Or maybe found isn't the right word. The place where we caught up to Karen. Found a turnip, found an egg. Right, let's head down this way, grab some golden chanterelle on our way. We'll take care of this gunman outside of the sewer entrance, and then I think that's where we'll make our first save. This feels like a good spot to end off on. Didn't even hit us. Damn, man. Work on your aim. Well, apparently I need to as well. Okay, I will stop talking shit about you, sir. I am sorry. Oh, please tell me you have another cloth fragment somewhere. Does that fucking hurt? Yes, we do. Okay. And then for safety. Nothing here hurts too bad yet, but it's only a matter of time before they start. Usually it's when you get into the village and you start facing off against like bobbies that it starts to get a little threatening. Ideally we'd have 3 party members by then, but it's also hard to say. Hi there, Karen. Well, everyone's gone from the train now, right? Other than Marina and Olivia should still be there. And I would kill them, but I want to actually recruit Marina temporarily because I want to get the engravement skill for a second. But yeah, because she does the carving. Yeah, you go sit down, Abella. I would love to have a bone saw and actually be able to use all we have so far, but I think I just need to lock in what progress we've done so far in advance time so that Tanaka won't die down in that tunnel. So yeah, let's rest for a bit and let's save. That's the best thing to do here. And Karen already gone. Welcome back. Seems that you are very much acquainted with your fellow contestants already. More than acquainted, honestly, Perkele. Very delightful to see such progress already. Keep up the pace. The festival won't last forever. Just what's going on? Since the 13 of you are such late additions to the party, your days are already running short. And actually, while he's going on, let me look something up real quick. God, I forget that Tanaka is a character in Persona 3 as well. Fear and Hunger 2. So, location. Day 1 morning. Okay. Okay, so it's Tanaka doesn't do anything at the moment. I'm trying to see side characters because I know where all like the main characters are. One evening we can find him there. Okay. Summary. We know where to get her. The one that I never saw was Caligula. Okay, so basically all I need to do is avoid, if I'm reading this right, I need to avoid recruiting Levi until later. Which one's the latest I can recruit Levi? Okay, so if I save him from being killed by Caligula, that allows me to... Okay, so that's how I'm gonna get Caligula. The festival will see its climax in just 3 days. That's how long you have time. Use it wisely. What happens in 3 days? My master has a short attention span. If any of the other 13 contestants are still around when midnight hits on day 3, well, I guess you will just have to wait and see. However, it is not advised to wait until that. Do you mean I have to kill the other contestants? What you do and what you don't is entirely up to you, of course. Do you want to kill your fellow contestants? But enough about that. Let's proceed to the services I can provide. How may I best aid you on your quest? First off, let's save. And then we don't have any soul stones, so we can't do anything here. But we do have... Yeah, we have our... like, characters thing over here. We can get bare-fisted proficiency. Yeah, that ain't bad at all, honestly. There's also these, Red Arc. And then I remember seeing something else about like a butterfly swarm. Or moth swarm. So that's something else we're gonna have to keep track of. But for right now, I think we're gonna end the episode here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Go check out some of my other videos. I've done content on Fear and Hunger 1 and 2. We've played through both games completely, fully blind. We got the D ending for Fear and Hunger 1, and then we got the A ending for Fear and Hunger 2. Currently, we are just going through seeing what happens if you kill everyone. So, Once again, though, thank you all so much for watching this one, and have a good day.